Hello, my name is Tara Banks, and I am presenting this product launch on behalf of Group 4 with members Thelma Barnes, Tara Banks, Tamara Gillard, and Derod McKenzie. Today, I have the pleasure of presenting 3T&D Mobile Group's brand new Kiwi 2000. In our presentation, we intend to briefly introduce our product and summarize the market economic analysis needed for product success. We will also share management, marketing, financial, and technological strategies that will be used. The product, Kiwi 2000. 3T&D will introduce the Kiwi 2000, an adapted version of the Fusion 2000. The Fusion 2000 is a new generation cellular product already performing great within the North American market. This device will also be available at www.kiwi2000.co.nz. To assist 3T&D Mobile Group in choosing a country for their product launch, our team analyzed 3 countries on the Australian continent: New Zealand, Australia, and Fiji. After an extensive economic and market analysis, New Zealand was chosen not only because it is an established country, but because its sound economic system and infrastructures will create opportunities for growth. Australia is very established. However, a saturated market can hinder market penetration. Fiji's inadequate infrastructure would have limited the growth of our product. Those are the 2 main reasons why Australia and Fiji were not selected. There are many important factors that contribute to the decision to introduce our product in New Zealand. New Zealand was chosen over Australia and Fiji because of its openness to foreign trade, competitive taxes, low corruption rating. These outside forces are important to consider, especially because they are out of our control, and also because they play a major role in the success of a product potential growth in the communications market, strong infrastructures, and their economic stability. Compatibility, complexity, and triability are super important because you don't want to introduce a product where consumers will have no use for it or where consumers won't know how to use it. New Zealand has an 80% As with any product, the reality of introducing a brand new product is that there will always be problems to consider. The key is to minimize those problems. A factor to consider is the seasonal differences between the United States and New Zealand. Time differences will also influence business meetings as well as operations. New Zealand. Briefly, just a little bit about New Zealand. It is a 990-mile long and 250-mile wide island. It is located about 1,000 miles outside of Australia. New Zealand is rapidly thriving. With only 2/3 of the land being used for economic purposes, there is plenty of room for expansion. Economic stability. Economically, New Zealand is very stable, with the average family income being $74,273. That suggests most families will be able to afford the new device. The financial system is very sound, and that helps New Zealand continue to grow into technological, more industrialized, free market, and a global competitor. New Zealand and foreign trade. Foreign trade is very important. It is a very important factor when considering launching a brand new product. Many countries have restrictions as far as establishing, owning, and operating a foreign business. With New Zealand being one of the least regulated countries, fewer restrictions will favor our product and make it much more easier to penetrate the market. Let's talk a little bit about the market. Here are a few statistics regarding cell phone use. 1 in every 2 New Zealanders prefer smartphones over other devices, while 59% of smartphone owners and users prefer their smartphones over other devices. 91% of smartphone users reported using them every day. These statistics may not seem like much, but understanding preferences of target consumers will help you understand sale and product performance concerns. Along with consumer preferences, it is vital to analyze and understand usage, especially age demographics, with the highest usage being between ages 15 and 65. It creates an opportunity to target your consumers exclusively. Knowing the average data used will help develop phone plans that are customized to this market. As you can see, understanding usage and preferences goes hand in hand. Shopping habits in New Zealand. Of course, shopping habits are very important. With online shopping increasing rapidly, it is important that we take that into account. These given factors will help tremendously with distribution efforts, especially the increased demand for foreign products. Pricing strategy. When pricing a new product, it is important to do so very carefully. You can price a product too high and lose customers at the same time establish a high-end reputation. However, there's a downside. Pricing too low can hurt the company's brand and sometimes not bring in much profit. Potential profits for Kiwi 2000. Here you can see that mobile retailers' initial profits are minimal when compared to 3T&D Mobile Group. However, the majority of profits for mobile retailers will be generated through contracts, installment plans, and usage fees over the life of the phone. Potential profits for 3T&D. It will cost 3T&D Mobile Group $340 to manufacture the Kiwi 2000. The selling price to mobile retailers is a rough $765, which is a 60% markup. This chart illustrates potential profits for 3T&D. For every 1,000 units sold, which could be generated 3 years after the product launch. Potential profits for mobile carriers. As stated earlier, mobile carriers and other retailers generate the majority of their profits with installment contracts and other cellular plans. This chart illustrates potential profits for customers who purchase the device with and without installments and other plans. Notice that the profits generated from customers with plans in orange is much greater than the customers who purchase the phone outright in blue. Respectively, India is experiencing record growth in cell manufacturing. This is where the Kiwi 2000 will be manufactured for better quality product rather than in China. Manufacturing the device in India is more economical for 3T&D and will ensure that the product is being manufactured under safe working conditions. This is often a concern when manufacturing abroad. This will also help maintain a great ethical reputation. As far as distribution, there are at least 8 cell phone distributors in New Zealand. This is excellent for 3T&D because the Kiwi 2000 will gain exposure rather quickly. The product will be shipped to New Zealand via plane or by water. The Kiwi 2000 will be distributed online and through third parties such as cell phone carriers. Competitor smartphones. The main competitors for the Kiwi 2000 in New Zealand are the Apple iPhone, the Samsung Galaxy, the Huawei, and the HTC. The Kiwi 2000's features are compatible, if not superior, to the features of these leading phones. New Zealanders will appreciate the Kiwi 2000 and that it has features that were customized especially for their unique customer base. In closing, 3T&D Mobile Group will launch the Kiwi 2000 in New Zealand within the next few months or year. After a thorough analysis of the economy, culture, and market, we expect the Kiwi 2000 to aggressively enter the market. We also expect that the Kiwi 2000 will experience rapid growth while being productive and leading, being the top smartphone across the entire continent. Thank you.